We're continuing on in Genesis. We're up to day 4. Now you'll remember on day 1, God invented time. And then on day 2, God invented weather. And then on day 3, we have grass and plants and herbs, and that's food, especially for the animals. So what do we have on day 4? Probably on day 4, more than any other day, you have function over material world. God already made light and dark and separated them, so why do we have to do this all over again? Actually, he doesn't. Let's read it together and see what we've got here, and we'll take a look at this day 4 in terms of function. Genesis chapter 1 verse 14, and God said, "Let there be lights in the expanse of the heavens to separate the day from the night, and let them be for signs and for seasons or appointed times, and for days and years, and let them be lights in the expanse of the heavens to give light upon the earth." And it was so. And God made 2 great lights, the greater light to rule the day, and the lesser light to rule the night, and the stars. And God set them in the expanse of the heavens to give light to the earth, to rule over the day and over the night, to separate the light from the darkness. God saw that it was good. In the evening, and there was morning, the 4th day. Specifically, in terms of function, the sun and the moon and the stars together form a way of counting long-term time. In other words, for months and years. So what is that? I mean, how do we count long-term time, months and years? We use a calendar. So what God is telling the Hebrew, the ancient Hebrew, in terms of function, is that God has set you up a celestial calendar. So now he can look up in the sky and he can start picturing patterns and positions of stars, suns, and moon, and count out his months, count out his years, count out his moments in time when things start to repeat. So he looks at patterns for seasons, he looks at patterns for dates. So he can celebrate the same holidays on the same time every year and get it right. He uses the day-night pattern to count out sets of 6, and then 7th is the day that he rests. And in a Hebrew way of thinking, that's the day that he specifically fellowships with the Creator in this place that God is making for him, this environment of the temple, or the tabernacle, if you will, but the temple where God meets with his people. That's rest. So on the 4th day, God explains to the ancient Hebrew that I have made a calendar so you can keep track of all of these things. Now, if you're having a little bit of a hard time twisting your mind around function instead of material world, don't worry about it, because it isn't necessary to really change your thinking and get it all straight. As long as you keep looking up at the Master, we're going to be just fine.